What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in another video on the channel, and today we went to the dad, Papa John's. Last time I did a Domino's video and I wasn't really sure what to order, and I had a lot of suggestions on how to build a perfect Domino's pizza. So this time we did the same exact thing at Papa John's at the dad. I wanted to do a W pizza, the best pizza I could possibly make at Papa John's, with of course some sides and of course the goat dessert. So that is what's on the menu today. You can see my goat soda, which is that Sprite Zero sitting on this side, but we are going to put that together. We also have another question from the mailbag. I did an advice thing. Someone asked me, one of my members asked me for some advice on a topic, said, can I put it in a video? We have another one actually. So if you do have questions like this, you know, I'm not going to sit and act like I'm some expert, but I can at least give a perspective, an outside perspective on it. And hopefully it gives some people, not just that person, but other people some clarity. I know a lot of people go through similar situations. So we have got another one of those going today. So if you are digging the content, you guys have been so awesome, man. Every time I look, there's just so many comments and new faces and people saying they never actually posted on the channel or commented, but they watch all the time and they're kind of coming out of the woodwork and I love that. I love to communicate with you guys. I don't make these videos just to talk to myself. I answer and talk to as many of you guys as I can. That's what it's all about to me. So keep hitting the thumbs up, like, subscribe, all of that. It's cringy, but it's been great. So I gotta keep saying it. It is what it is. But let's get into this pizza first things first. Oh, look. No nails, no black nails, except I kept one for y'all. You know why it's there. Listen. The nails were a distraction. I agree were a distraction as far as me holding food up to the camera all the time. But I did like it, and company I keep, they liked it. So, hey, we kept one as a compromise. Mustache is itchy today. I don't know what's going on. But let's get into this pizza, man. Listen to this. Papa John's, my favorite pizza they have ever done, was the last one that I actually reviewed there. Got the quality seal. I like the fact that they do that and they don't break the seal, so they don't really get to mess with your pizza while it's in there. A lot of pizza places have been doing that ever since the whole, like, you know, no contact delivery thing. But anyway, Papa John's favorite pizza I've done. We just kicked it up just a little bit, so let's just check this pizza out. Hopefully it is exactly what I ordered. Papa John's is usually good with that. The place near me is very good. All right, here we go. So I did get the epic stuffed pepperoni. Yes, I did. Ooh, that is looking prime. But with a few slight upgrades. I kept the theme that I did at Pizza Hut this time. So we did an extra sauce, an extra cheese, an extra pepperoni on the pizza this time. Y'all eat this pepperoncini? Because I don't. I know some people really like that, but it is not my vibe. I will admit that openly. Of course, you gotta have the garlic sauce. I forgot to change it to the spicy one. It's kind of an L, but that is okay. Super. Oh, this thing looks so good. Look at this pizza. I can't wait to show that. And of course, I wanted to get a Papadia. I was gonna get wings, but I wanted to do something different. This one's a little bit of a gamble. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I never ordered it before, but I wanted to try something because no one agrees with me on this topic, but I'm going to say, oh, that feels nice actually. The well done bake on the pizza does not seem well done at all. All right, so we're taking L's. That's fine. But I did get a Papadia. If you don't know what Papadia is, Papa John's does this thing where they take the pizza dough and make you a little sandwich. So I did a barbecue chicken, pineapple, and bacon Papadia. So that is what's going on here. The barbecue chicken is in there. Nice, cheesy. This thing is actually, I really enjoy their Papadias. I won't lie about that. I may not agree with all the things that Papa John has done in the past. I will say that with the ultimate conviction. But, man, makes a good pizza, bro. I just have to say that. It pains me. But he did step off his board. I don't really know what that means as far as that goes. I'm sure he's still getting checks from them. And of course, the S-tier pizzeria dessert. Other than the lava cakes, what I really enjoy are these cinnamon pull-aparts from the dad. These things, if you've never had them, they are so good. I've had these so many times because, you know, frequent fatty points, that is how we get down. So that is the go order for me. I can't wait to get into this, get into these topics. I want to try everything first, and then we'll, you know, do what we always do. 2 garlic sauces, W. And of course, I said this before, my favorite soda is Diet Sprite Zero. I get it almost every chance that I can. I got it at the movie theater yesterday when I watched Thor. It is just my thing. So let's just do this. I can't wait to get into this pizza. I said that 14 times because I'm serious. I can't wait to get into this pizza. Let's do it. Oh, if you never had the epic stuffed pepperoni, man, the best thing about this is the fact that it is a stuffed crust pizza. But, look at this. Look at this. Pepperoni baked right into the stuffed crust right there. If you are a pepperoni lover, this is the pizza for you. This was supposed to be a well done bake, but I think the extra sauce just kind of weighed it down, but that is fine. I'm gonna tell you this, and I mean this. If you order franchise pizza, Papa John, Pizza Hut, Domino's, we're gonna do Pizza Hut next, by the way. Get extra sauce. I'm telling you, it changes the game. Look at that. Can you see that pepperoni baked in there? There's pepperoni in every bite. It's under the cheese, on top of the cheese, it's in the sauces everywhere. Elevate your franchise pizza. If you don't have access to the pizzerias like I do, I live in New Jersey, North Jersey, Bergen County, next to New York City. A lot of good mom and pop pizzerias. But sometimes, times like this is like 11:30, you go with the dad. Yeah. You know we gotta get in here. Wait a minute. I just realized I'm fat. I have spicy garlic sauce. I kept it. Oh, hold on, bro. Like, I just... light bulb. Didn't I just... I know I have extra... Who am I talking about? You already know. Spicy garlic. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna spill this all over. Nope, we didn't. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's go in. You gotta get the spicy garlic sauce. It is very important. Drip, drip, drip. To me, it just makes Papa John's what it is, that spicy garlic sauce. It's probably the best thing about this place. But they also do it. The pizza here, for a franchise pizza, when you get the right one, one of my favorites. Let's get into this Papadia. The barbecue chicken, pineapple, and bacon Papadia. I know people think pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Well, it's not technically a pizza, it's a Papadia. So look at it here. Listen. Hold on. Listen. I know some people hate on the pineapple on pizza thing. And you're entitled to your opinion. Traditionalist, oh, that's so good. This one's perfect. They made it nice and crispy too. Just hear me out, traditionalist. With this, you get the sweet from the barbecue sauce, right? And the sweet from the pineapple. Come here. A little bit of savory from that chicken. And now, I'm getting the salty from that bacon. And when you top it with that spicy garlic sauce, sweet, salty, spicy, that's incredible. It's my favorite. Don't you dare. Don't. We going straight from the bottle. We don't need nothing else today. It's just me. Y'all hear them bubbles? Oh, Sprite. Have y'all seen that Sprite challenge that's on TikTok? Where you gotta chug a bottle of Sprite and then you're supposed to like not burp until you finish it. I think I've done that like 7 times on this channel. I'm not even joking. Last but not least, to begin this combo, I gotta show y'all in the S tier of the dessert game when it comes to fast food pizza places, you have the cinnamon pull-aparts. What they are is little cut up cinnamon roll pieces, right? With icing and cinnamon, and you just go in like this. Look, I'm gonna go right here for the winner. Go in, look at this. When I tell you that these things are a W and addictive, for $6, if you want to argue this one with the lava cakes, I'll hear that. I will hear that. Reminds me almost like monkey bread. Have you ever had that? Like just with the icing and the, I don't know. I gotta get one more. If you've never had these, I highly suggest you get these as far as the dessert. I gotta get this one. This one looks way too good. Look at this. Look at that. That's that look. My goodness. Oh, I'm telling you, elite. S tier. Okay, so we're back in the mailbag. As I said before, if you are a part of the membership thing that I have on my channel, it guarantees that I will get to the topic. Now, I'm not gonna put that kind of stuff because that kind of stuff isn't really necessarily want to put behind a paywall. It just guarantees I see those messages first, but I post different things. I posted a written Thor review yesterday on the membership thing, but if you want to talk outside of that, it's not about the paywall or anything like that. It's just a way to support the channel. I'm putting that out there. I don't expect anybody to give me a dime. It's not what I'm here for. But we had another question and shot me a DM on IG and asked me for my perspective on this. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen, read it, and then we'll get into it. But this was something that I feel like I wanted to share with everybody, not just him, because I know a lot of people are in similar situations. I've been with my girl for almost 4 years and has recently come to the surface that my mental health battles, she doesn't classify them as a real thing and has been secretly judging a lot of the stuff I've gone through. She was the one person I've trusted with all my emotions and feelings, where I didn't have to put on a front, if that makes sense. And it feels like that trust is broken. And I was thinking that maybe an outside perspective could help. That would be for me. So this is a tough one. You know, it's a serious conversation. And I think that a lot of people go through similar things like this, not just with their significant other, but with people that they trust. It's a very disheartening and scary feeling to give someone your all. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of this situation, so I'm going off of what he said and kind of just giving a scenario. Trust is not something that a person should hand out lightly. I was always told, and I still believe this, if you don't want anybody to know something about you, don't tell anyone. With that being said, it's very hard to go through life thinking you can do it on your own. So you have to give someone your trust. Just be careful who you give it to. In this case, he was with her for 4 years. I know in terms of life, that's not a long time, but in a relationship, that is a long time for most people who aren't married. I know this speaking from a guy's perspective, and a lot of guys won't say stuff like this, but we were bred and taught from birth to be, and I'm saying this in quotes, a man. What that means is showing emotion, even though we have them, is not something that we do. Men don't usually communicate with other men from an emotional standpoint of sharing feelings and things like that. Most of the conversations you have with your male counterparts, they're very surface level. They're very men being men in that sense of you don't talk about your deep, dark feelings much, if at all. I've had friends for years and we haven't had emotional conversations. Fact. So a lot of times when we meet someone and we fall in love, it's a different kind of feeling. And it takes a lot for a man that isn't used to being open to be open with a woman or anyone. And I have witnessed personally Even my own, being honest, I'm putting my stuff out there. I'm fine with that. I got nothing to hide. Some women will use that vulnerability that you give, that emotion that you give, your darkest, worst thoughts, your fears, whatever it is, things that hurt you in the past, and they will turn around and use it against you. I'm not saying all women do that. And there's a lot of guys watching this that won't admit to it. But when the heat of a moment comes, a lot of times, that woman that you trusted will take that stuff and throw it in your face in the worst possible situation and time that you can ever have. And for a guy, I can tell you from my own experience and other people I've had conversations with this, it can tear you down. It can make you cold. It can make you toxic. It can make you never trust anybody ever again, or revert, go, think future. You know, future kind of went toxic, and that was kind of the emotion that he went through. I don't know if this is the first time it's happened to this person in particular, but most men, especially if you're in your late 20s at the very least, and you've been through a serious relationship and if it didn't work out, there's a very high probability that it happened to you. And again, these are things that we don't talk about. And my man, for you, mental health, I struggle with mental health. I've been open about that. I've talked about it on my own channel. It is not something that you can put into words to someone who doesn't go through it. One thing that I've known, I've had anxiety disorder for 10 plus years at this point. Diagnosed, medicated, you name it. And anybody that I tried to explain what was going on with me that wasn't going through it never helped, because they don't understand. It's not their fault. But until you've gone through something with mental health, it's something that people that don't struggle with it will just tell you things that never help, like, oh, well, just don't think about it. Oh, well, what's causing it? Oh, well, I have something wrong with me too. You know, anytime that somebody has anxiety disorder, diagnosed, medicated, different story, and you tell them, oh, well, you know, I have problems with anxiety. I'm like, well, I get anxious too. There is a huge difference between getting anxious and having anxiety. Huge. Trust me. Have I ever been anxious before I actually started having anxiety disorder? Yes. Not the same thing. When you have anxiety disorder, or worse, panic attacks, bad thoughts, you name it, come from situations where you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know why they're happening. You end up panicking to not panic. It's a very weird feeling, and I've gone through it. The person you see today wasn't the person that when it first happened 10 years ago. And I'm open about that. I don't care anymore, because I don't, I still deal with it and I still struggle with it, but I'm at the point now where I can talk about it openly and even laugh about it. Hence the ha-ha tattoos. That's where it comes from, people who don't know. With that being said, giving that information to somebody to have them discredit it sucks. Been there too. My advice to you, man, and I know this sucks, and it comes back to the same thing again. When it comes to any relationship, whether that's a friend, family, significant other, whatever. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. There is nothing in a relationship without trust. Nothing. If you cannot trust your partner, your friend, your parents, your whatever, cousin, I don't care, there's no relationship. And once that trust is broken, it is an extremely hard and difficult thing to get back. And there's a shattered mirror analogy that people use. You break a mirror and you put it back together, you can still see the cracks. That's trust. When you lose that, no matter what that person does going forward, there will always be that scar in that relationship, no matter what you do. So if you're communicating this type of stuff to your significant other, and you've been together 4 years and they can't at least attempt to understand you, attempt to get with the program as far as dealing with someone, because people that have to deal with people who have mental health issues also have to deal with their own issues of, I'm saying deal with 34 times, dealing with them. It's not an easy thing as well. But if that person looks at it and tries to discredit you and doesn't want to deal with it, as much as it's going to hurt, I don't know how old you are, you seem like a younger person, that's not your girlfriend. That's not what love is. I'd hate to say that. Because when you're with somebody, a real love, real relationship, true relationship, it's a reciprocal. You give and you get. You don't just take, and you sure as hell just don't give. And if you're in a one-sided relationship like that, that is not a relationship. It's what the word is toxic. As a person who has been through one-sided toxic relationships, I know it sucks. But if they can't understand you or attempt to, you have got to move on. I am one of the biggest proponents of, if you're not in too deep in a relationship, and I know it hurts, you've got to move forward. If they're not willing to sit there and work it out, which is a lot harder than leaving, you've got to go. And that message is for anybody who's dealing with that kind of friendship, relationship, or anything. You have friends who are making fun of you about serious issues, talking behind your back. You can't trust, that's not your friend. I would rather be all by myself than deal with somebody that I really couldn't trust. And I know that a lot of people will tend to stay in bad situations because they are afraid of the unknown. And I know that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but you know you're in dog shit. You know you're in a bad situation. And if you're truly unhappy, you have got to find your happiness. And if that person is not willing to be a part of that, then you need to work on yourself. Focus on yourself, man. I know. I've been through breakups, bro. And a lot of guys won't talk about stuff like this because it's not considered tough. It's not considered this, but a lot of women, I shouldn't say a lot, some women don't understand, even though we don't show it. Men have issues. Men have emotions. And a lot of problems that arise from men, and I'm not talking about abusive situations or anything like that. Please don't disregard what I'm saying. But a lot of emotional problems that come from men, mental health problems, come from the fact that they have done nothing but bottle those emotions their entire life. From birth, I repeat, as a man, when you fell down as a 4-year-old, scraped your knee, cut yourself open, whatever, fell off your bike, what do most parents say to that kid? Don't cry. Be a man. And if we do anything other than that, what do you get told? You get told you're acting like a girl, which is a stupid analogy. I'm not saying that women don't go through this stuff. If we have women questions, I can answer them from a certain perspective, but I can't speak on women issues because I'm not a woman. I can understand and listen, but I can only talk from certain perspectives. To talk in the perspective of a woman would be short-sighted and selfish in my opinion, because I can't speak on those issues. I've never felt those issues. I heard those issues, and I am sensitive to those issues, but I've never felt them. So it would be insensitive for me to be like, oh, well, women think this. No. I can tell you what I've been told, etc. But I'm only speaking in this perspective because this is the perspective I was given. So, a lot of people just think men are just like these like machines. But there are a lot of things that men do, and a lot of men won't talk about as well. And I got a lot of friends who are married, right? I'm out of college. Most of my friends are already tied to knot. A lot of men feel very underappreciated about a lot of things. And I'm not saying that it's an issue of equality or something like that, because that would be incredibly stupid of me to say. But in most families, men are like the lowest, the dad is the lowest on the totem pole. I've seen a lot of fathers say things like, oh, well, you know, no one cares about me. I'm not joking about that, you know. And I'm not saying that we ain't still gonna step up to the plate and do our job, because that's our job, right? To be whatever we are in that relationship. But emotionally, it sucks. Because we feel like, as men, we put this wall up, and anybody we let in that wall, they don't really care about it. And that once you're in there, they're like, oh, well, I don't really like that person anymore. That's why a lot of guys just choose not to even show it. Because nothing's ever gained from it. I know a lot of dudes Now, I can say this personally. I don't cry, bro. It's rare. Like, I probably count on one hand in my life. I'm not just saying that. And even when I did, it'd be like them gangster tears, bro. You just get like one tear and you'd be like, and that's it. You know? It's different. But if she's making fun of you or talking about you, and that's supposed to be the person that you're supposed to lean on, you gotta find something to lean on. And my advice to you would be to lean on yourself until someone comes along that can add to your life. You should never be with somebody because they hold you up all the time. I think you shouldn't be in a relationship until you're truthfully happy in your own skin, because it's not fair to the other person to have them constantly just taking care of you, because that's not their job either. Your job is to take care of each other and to help each other. But sometimes that stuff gets lost in the wayside. And I know in this day and age, it's a little different. You know, people talk about traditional gender roles. I am not a traditionalist, as you could tell. But sometimes two people don't mix when it comes to that. And a lot of times it leads to irreconcilable differences, which is the number one cause of divorce. So, if you're still young, God, I sound like Gary Vee. Y'all know who Gary Vee is, but you've got so much time. You don't see that now. I don't care if you're 40. You still have time. Your life doesn't have to be figured out tomorrow. My life ain't figured out now. And I think too many people out there feel this anxiety and this pressure that they have to be doing something by a certain age, but that's not how the world works anymore. You talk 30 years ago, before the 90s, when college wasn't a thing that everybody did, most people graduated high school, they got married. They started their career, whether that be being a mechanic or whatever. It wasn't until the 90s where they pushed the narrative that you have to go to college that the average age of marriage went way back, and it turned into like 25, and now it's in the 30s, because most people are still figuring out their careers in their 20s now. It's different. So don't feel like because you're 30 or even 40 that you have to be doing something or you're a failure. I know a lot of women I've spoken to in the past feel like if they're not married by 25, their life is over. It doesn't work that way anymore. There's people that live at home, especially where I live in New Jersey. It's expensive. People don't move out until they're in their 30s now, because there's a lot of money. When you pay $2,200 for a one-bedroom apartment, it costs a lot. So don't feel like you have to have everything figured out. You have plenty of time to do things and screw up and still get right back on track. If you would have told me my career today when I was 19, I wouldn't have believed you. And I had no idea that any of this stuff would come, whether it be this one or my fitness career, which people don't realize, but I said this before, I own my own studios. I didn't think that. Bro, in college, you think I have a bad diet now? As I sit here eating cinnamon pull-aparts, delicious cinnamon pull-aparts? I have terrible. I ate anything all the time, didn't matter, drank liters of soda a day. Soda, not diet soda, regular soda. I was in worse shape as a college athlete than I am now. No joke. Don't think you gotta have it figured out. Especially in this age. In the social media age, in the TikTok age, in the YouTube age, in the Instagram age. The job influencer has become, okay, and I hate that word. I guess I'm considered one now. That's a job now. 15 years ago, you could not walk out your house and people like, yeah, what's your job? Well, yeah, I'm a food blogger. The hell no. You gotta be a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer. My advice to you is this. Spoke on it briefly yesterday. I'm using the word again today because I love this word and I just feel like it just means a lot. Passion. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 70. 15, 28, whatever number, bro. You want to be truly happy. Find your passion in life. Find what makes you happy, what drives you, what you truly enjoy. I don't care what it is. There is no such thing, as long as it's legal, as a stupid passion. I don't care if you collect thimbles. If you collect thimbles, start posting your thimbles. You're going to find a lot of people in the world who collect thimbles. And those people are going to talk to you. And you're going to talk back. And you're going to make videos about thimbles. I know people in their late 30s who play video games for a living. Something that their parents and their friends and their cousins and their uncles and their girlfriends told them was stupid when they were 19. Playing these video games is not going to get you anywhere in life. And these people have millions of subscribers on Twitch and YouTube and you name it. You want to play Call of Duty? Grind it. Step that KD ratio up. I don't care. I don't care if you're passionate about Furbies or Star Wars. There's YouTube channels which I am subscribed to about Star Wars. Did you really think that my fat ass was eating pizzas with my boy, my best friend, my ace, my homie, when I was in high school, ordering 2 Domino's pizzas, being like, yo, what can we do to this pizza, bro? I'm gonna put some Parmesan on this bad boy, right? A little bit of this garlic. Passionate about being fat. And in high school, bro, Burger King dropped the chicken Whopper, bro. I gotta go get that today. I don't care about no Whopper. I'm getting my Whopper. I went and got the Whopper, bro. I made it a job. You can say whatever you want about me. There's people watching this video that can't stand me. I love you anyway. That's cool. But I am damn passionate about food, bro. That's not a joke. You think that just because I'm off camera, I'm not breathing this? Bro, I'm not joking with you. In between sets while I was squatting today, what am I gonna eat? What kind of stuff can I get? Should I do this? My friends are probably sick of me, bro. Damn, should I go to the dad today? Papa John's. I was thinking something else. That's not cap, bro. I was doing that before this. Right? You haven't seen my friend in a while. Some of you, you'll eventually see my best friend, bro. My boy Sam, right? Blah, blah, blah. We used to work out religiously, bro. Just home from college, 19, 20, 21. I was 21 when I got home from college. I graduated, whatever. Just home from college, bro. All we did. He'd get off work. All right, let's go lift. It's 5 o'clock. We in the gym. After the gym, yo, we just go to IHOP, bro. They got these Harvest Grain and Nut pancakes, bro. Let's go cop these. Yo, let's go to Whole Foods. Let's go do this. This is not an accident. I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to be passionate about food. No, I am. I was like, yo, I just want to convey that passion to everybody else. There are plenty of other things that I'm passionate about, which I will eventually start getting into on social media because I want to share that. I love that kind of stuff. And no, I'm not saying to become a content creator. But in this day and age, there is a job for anything that you are passionate about. And when you make your passion your job, when you make your lifestyle your passion, you can't lose, bro. There's a lot of new faces here, and I'm so grateful for that. Watch my old shit. Excuse my language. Go back a year ago and watch my videos and see if I'm not the same person when they had 100 views. I do this. I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I'm saying I do this, bro. I was eating pizza off camera. Before this, before YouTube, I was on Instagram eating McDonald's every Friday live streaming, bro. Some of y'all were there. That wasn't an act. Me going to the gym is not an act. Me eating pizza on camera is not an act, bro. This is who I am. If I ever meet any of y'all in public, and some of you I've actually met, you're going to see the same person. I'm slightly taller because I'm not sitting down. I am 6'1", but I'm the same person. And what I'm telling you is, it took me a very, very long time, screw-ups, failures, breakups, new friends, old friends, whatever, to find my happiness. Don't think because you're sad that your story is over, because it's not. It's not over. I know it's hard to see that sometimes, because when you're in the BS, it's not fun. Things that I've said on this channel before that a lot of you don't know. 2014, I had a house that I just bought. It burned down. I didn't have a place to live. I was living in a hotel for a year. Me and a 3-month-old puppy, fresh off a breakup. a breakup of 4 years, just like my man. And it sucked. It really sucked. I wasn't talking to anybody. I would go to work, come home, sit in the hotel room with my puppy at the time. Boy, 8 now. My dog is 8. House is rebuilt. Your fortunes can change. The thing you got to keep is perspective. Realize that these bad times that you're going through don't last forever. As long as you keep the hype and keep the faith that you'll get through it. Because anybody watching this has been through some stuff before. You're gonna go through things in life, bro. It's gonna happen. It's impossible. Nobody goes through life unscathed. Your real test of who you find out who you are as a person is when stuff hits the fan. It's so easy to be good. It's so easy to be happy when everything's going well. But when stuff ain't going right for you, are you gonna keep the faith? I've had things happen to me while I was filming episodes every day. Things I've talked about again that a lot of people don't know. During that whole 2020, everybody getting sick thing, my mom, one of the people I'm closest with in the world, was in a hospital for months. I didn't tell anybody. I filmed every single day. I went to work every single day. I did keep the faith. She's home. But I didn't allow bad situations, not having a house, not having a stove. There's people still in worse situations than that. You know how many people in this world don't have running water? It can always be worse. And it can definitely always be better. So you gotta stay the same. You gotta weather the storm, whether it's good or bad. Don't change on people when stuff gets good for you. And don't change on people when stuff gets bad for you. You stay you through it all. There's a lot of people out there, when things start going well for them, they start treating people differently. They start acting extra. They start acting better. I have been through some really good, I had a lot of good things happen to me in my life. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me in my life. Bad things that I won't say on camera. Good things, I've realized things, not as a flex again. I dreamed of playing college football as a kid. I did it. I wanted to get my degree. I got 3 of them. I wanted to play championship football in college. I did it. That was all I wanted. And there's a lot of people watching this that are still waiting to go to college that would still like to do that kind of stuff. I lost in the national championship. Still didn't talk about that. We'll get to that one day. Yeah, it sucked. Now, years later, bro, you know how hard it was to get there? Yeah, we fell short, but, bro, you know how many teams in the beginning of the year when they put them helmets and shoulder pads on wish they could do that? We weren't the last team standing. We were the second to last. I never thought I'd get to play on ESPN with Kirk Herbstreit and boys calling my name, bro. I never did. But it happened. And when I look back now, I smile about it because it was great. But it never would have happened if I didn't have faith in myself when I was younger that I could do it. I've told stories about my own coaches saying I couldn't do it. My own teammates, my own friends. I remember there was a kid that I looked up to. I never said this on camera. There was a kid I looked up to. He was a senior when I was a freshman. He was like, "You'll never play. You're sorry, bro. How can you, like, have you seen you?" Came home from the game, bro. Same dude. Congratulations, man. I always know you could do it. I just smiled at him, bro. Yeah, thank you, man. I know, man. You were always, in my head, I was like, black nail, bro. But that's life, man. Find your happiness, find your groove, find what you're passionate about. Everybody in here is passionate about something. I've had people ask me about social media. Hey, man, I'm passionate about this, but I'm scared to do it. Don't be scared, bro. Ma'am, whoever, don't be scared. Because the only time you will fail is if you actually don't get the bat off your shoulders. Anybody who's hit a game-winning home run, anybody who has hit a game-winning jump shot, anything that they have done that's been considered greatness, they had to put themselves out there. They had to want the ball in their hand. They had to want the bat on their shoulders. They had to want to go for it. And you look stupid when you miss. If you like that girl, ask her out. If she says no, so what? You move on. Don't be an asshole, but move on. But you never know. There's a lot of what ifs that people have in their lives, and people that get older to look back. I've known plenty of them. Man, if I would have, yeah, if. But you got to know it when it comes to you. You ever watch the movie The Sandlot? Last thing before I dip up out of here. You ever watch the movie The Sandlot? It's a 90s movie, kids movie, great movie. Sandlot. Benny the Jet Rodriguez. The whole thing. had to get this ball back. It was signed by Babe Ruth, right? His boy lost his whole thing. But anyway, the whole point was he talked to a Babe Ruth like ghost in his dreams. And Babe Ruth said most people don't see the moment when it spits on their shoes because they're not ready for it. The whole truth, this is the realest stuff I'll ever tell you, for real. I don't know everything in the world. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the most successful person in the world. Because I'm not. But I can tell you this. The key to success, what success is, the ingredients, it's two things, bro. You can break them down after this, but it's always these two things. Number one, opportunity. You got to have the opportunity to do it. No matter what it is, right? If they don't pass Michael Jordan the ball, he can't shoot it. You got to have the opportunity. You may not get that opportunity, but you can put yourself in situations that can get you closer to that opportunity. And the second one is preparation. You have got to be prepared for that moment because you might get one shot. Eminem said that one, right? Do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You get it? These are things they're trying to tell you. And I'm telling you the same thing. Preparation plus opportunity equals success. When that moment comes, you have got to seize that moment because you will not get another chance. You know how I talked about those dreams of playing college football? This is a true story. Again, the year we went to the national championship, I was in and out of the lineup. I was a starter sometimes, I was a backup sometimes, I would play, but I wasn't entrenched in the starting lineup until about the 6th week of the season. They moved positions because I practiced the entire time. There's a news article about this. I didn't even know this end of it until I read it a year later. And I had been practicing so hard that they decided to try me at another position to give me a chance to get into the starting lineup. This is 100% true. And in practice, I kept making play after play. Did not know I was going to start my first college football game. I was young. I was 18. The night before the game, we were playing Illinois State. I'm not making this shit up. I'm giving you some real stuff. And we're in the hotel, team hotel, because we're in a away game. And I did not know until we left. We broke team meetings to go to sleep that night. The coach, my defensive coordinator, I will never forget this moment because it was everything that I had wanted. And he said the stupidest one-liner type of move thing to me to tell me that he goes, hey Schratz, come here, right? Calls me over, right? And that's all he says to me. He didn't say anything else and he walked away. He goes, you're starting tomorrow, so know your shit. And he walked away. And it just hit me. I was like, what? Fact. And he walked away. So in my head, you got to keep your cool. So I'm just calm and composed on the outside. My inside, my head's doing backflips. I'm like, oh man, here it comes, right? Week 6. That was the week it happened. I went in. I went back to my hotel. My best friend in college was my roommate on a wait trip. I ain't say nothing to him. It was funny because he was whose starting job I took. Fact. We're still friends to this day, and he still tells me that. He ended up being an All-American, but that was the next year, but still. Went in my room. I knew already, bro. I had my playbook down pat. I knew everything that I had to do. So I was calm as hell. And I was sitting in my whatever, like in the chair in the hotel room, and he looked at me and said, what the hell are you fucking smiling about? I said, yo, I'm ready, dog. That's all I said. Next day, I had 13 tackles. We lost 2. And in the team meeting the next day, I was one of the players that he singled out that didn't suck. And I never lost my starting spot after that. We went all the way to the national championship, and I was on the field the rest of the way. If I would win in that day, and I wasn't ready, I wasn't in my playbook even though I wasn't playing, I wasn't still practicing so hard even though I wasn't playing, all the time. I wouldn't have been ready that day. I might have sucked, and I would have never played again. Conversely, I had several teammates over the next year or two that got their opportunity, played like absolute crap, and the coach I heard say out of my own ears when he didn't think I was listening, said that kid will never play for us again. Done. They never played again. You have got to be ready when it comes. And when you are, and you prepare, I'm going to tell you right now, the same situation, when you get put in it, you ain't going to do nothing but smile. Right? Maybe you're a rapper, and you get in front of like Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. Rap for me right now. If you ready, you got a record deal. If you're not, you may not ever see them again. But that's that, man. Some people have missed opportunities. Prepare, be prepared. Find something that you're passionate about, go chase it. I'm not where I want to be. I'm happy with where I am, but I'm not content. That's all, man. I've been talking for a while. But Papa John's, all this stuff. If you have more stuff like that, you want to drop it in the mailbag, maybe I'll try to set something up like that. Membership, super thanks. You can try to find me in DM. It's very hard for me to see in DMs. I'll be honest about that. But we'll keep chopping it up, man. Tomorrow, I got something real special planned. Y'all are not going to want to miss this one, for real. This one's near and dear to me. So we'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love Yada Hand Signs. They made it to YouTube.